Good morning and hello, this is Mr. Huff. I want to talk about written responses a little bit with a few examples. Written answers for my classes, you need to make them full sentences. They need to communicate clear thoughts even without the question. Don't ever start your sentence with the words because, no because, or yes because. When you do this, you are referring to the question and assume that the reader has already read the question and is starting from that point of reference. I want your thoughts to stand alone. Let's look at some examples. So the question that we're looking at first is, consider what this team did. Describe the most impressive part of the team's effort. And in this response on the right, you can see that the student put a lot of ideas together in response to this. If you read this response without reading the question, you would still have a complete idea. The most impressive part of the team's effort is when they started changing the cart's appearances from baskets to hangers on the sides, and that it took them 20% of the week to complete and design a model prototype in order to test it out. So even without the question, that sentence stands alone. This is another solid answer. The most impressive part I saw during the video was that the team could take crazy ideas and make them into good ideas to solve everyday problems. I don't need to know what the question asked to understand what this person is saying. Let's look at this one. Everyone has different ideas and everyone has different skills, which combined makes the best of a team. Also, the teamwork is a major key too. While there are a lot of ideas here, it does not concisely answer the question. It kind of rambles. There's some good ideas here, but you didn't make your point if you write like this. The most impressive part of the team's effort to me was the brainstorming. This is a good start, but it's not supported. Go in and expand what impressed you about the brainstorming. So this sentence is on the weak side. I kind of get the idea, but I'm not sure if I understand completely what you're saying. If this were your answer, that they had order in the chaos by voting and communication, I'm not even sure this is a complete sentence. It's definitely not a complete thought, and it really doesn't answer the question. If you read this by itself, it doesn't really have a lot of meaning. Here's another one. How fast and proactive they are in how they communicate. Without reading the question, you don't know what this answer is talking about, so this would not get many points. Let's look at another question. Do you think the task completed by the team during the design challenge or the final solutions would have changed if the team had followed a different version of the design process? And explain. Let's look at this answer. I feel like if the design process was different, the team wouldn't have accomplished as much because the procedures wouldn't be as effective. It's a pretty good answer. It definitely stands on its own. Could be expanded on a little bit, but it's a solid answer. Let's consider this one. I think the final design would end up the same after all the innovations to the beginning design. The end product would be similar. So this sentence is worded a little awkward, and I see some good ideas in here, and it sort of stands on its own without the question. So it probably would get not the most points, but some points. This sentence starts with the illegal words. No, because nature creates nature, not humans create nature. And yes, we can change it, but we don't create nature. I'm not sure that the student understands the question. And this sentence definitely doesn't stand on its own with a complete idea. Maybe the idea would probably vary in design. Again, this is an answer that without the question it doesn't make sense. No, because it is basically the same thing. Again, this is one that won't stand without the question, and it's also using the illegal words no, because. Alright, I just wanted to go through a few examples of strongly written things or strongly written responses and responses that didn't quite cut it, so you have some comparison. Remember, what I'm looking for are clear and concisely stated ideas. I acknowledge that writing is hard work, but it's something I'm asking you to do, and this will help you throughout your whole life if you can communicate clearly.